Okay, so against you guys in early February, UConn only shot about 36% in the 4 games. Since they've played you, they've averaged nearly 50% from the field. So I know you were disappointed in the Bearcats' defensive play last game, but how are you kind of encouraging them to step it up on defense and start playing how you expected?
Well, I will say this. I said this when we played UConn. They had so many injuries that they never had the same lineup for almost 2 months. It was so you can imagine practicing for every game you got a different guy hurt. I said if they're they had gotten Terry Larriere back, and if they could play with that lineup for a while, those guys got talent. I mean, they're high-rated recruits. I mean, Larriere, Jalen Adams, and Christian Vital are all really high-rated guys. They can all put the ball in the basket, but they hadn't played a lot in sync together. So it doesn't surprise me that they're playing better on the offensive end. Those guys are all veteran guys and talented guys. And then Ed Kid Anderson obviously is a 5th-year senior. So they're shooting the ball a lot better. That's why they're playing better. But for us, I think we've just got to be more committed to the things that we need to do to win games. So defense obviously is at the top of the list.
When you said that they needed to be more comfortable with the uncomfortable things that goes into winning games specifically, did you mean blocking out?
Well, defense, getting in a defensive stance. Getting in a defensive stance, when people think about playing basketball, the first thing on their agenda of why they play the game isn't to get in a stance on defense. It isn't to guard the three-point line with your life. It isn't to draw the charge. Blocking out's not high on the list of why guys go to play pickup games tonight somewhere. So, there's a lot of uncomfortable things that go into winning a game and being a good player, a winning player. So we have got to do a little bit better job of that against the elite teams we play. It's not that we don't do it, we got to be better at it. It's very glowing for us. When you look at the stats, they just jump right off the page in our wins versus our losses. We're +8 on the glass in our wins, and we're -6 in our losses. Defensively, giving up 47% from the field in our losses, 36 in our wins. So, and then the last thing will be our assist-to-turnover ratio. It's like almost 2 to 1 in our wins, and it's very negative in our loss. So, we score 67.5 points a game in our 4 losses. So shooting, as much as people want to say, you got to be more efficient, this and that. The only thing we need to do a better job of on offense is take care of the ball and rebound better. Shooting comes and goes, but it's telling for us. For us to be a great team, we got to be a dominant defensive team, and we can't just be average. And we were average the last 2 games.
You talked about humility in your press conference.
Yeah.
Did you say anything to your team on Sunday?
Well, we were off yesterday, so NCAA rules precluded me from speaking to my team yesterday. But yeah, I think humility. If you don't have it in basketball, you're not going to be willing to do all the things I've been talking about. Humility allows you to be coachable. It also motivates you to dive on the floor. It motivates you to be tuned in and locked in to the point where you don't give up the three-point shot. You don't have the defensive breakdown. So you have to think going into a game like we have to do all this stuff really well or we're not going to win. If you don't have humility, you think you're going to win just because you got good players. The other team, everybody's got good players, especially the last 2 teams we played got really good players. So UConn's got some talented guys, and if we don't have the right attitude, we won't defend as well as we need to defend again. So we have got to have humility and realize for Cincinnati, our formula to be an elite team is to be a dominant defensive team. That's who we have to be.
2 losses in a row. Yeah, a couple of days to think about it, let it sink in. Where do you go from here?
You watch film, you can't watch enough of it, and figure out what you need to do to become like, the team that we was before. It's all learning and getting better. You know, we still got a bunch of games to play. We still got March. You know, right now we got to focus on within what we got to do as a unit starting at practice today.
Coach said something about everybody's got to have humility. Has there been a dose of that here the last couple of days, I guess?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, you definitely I think that's when you get most of it, is when you lose. So, you know, coach is going to probably, you know, really show us a bunch of film on different plays where before in the season where Bearcats was, you know, rebounding a certain way, you know, helping each other defend. So, you know, we just got to figure it out.
On Sunday, Jacob said that toughness and being physical starts in practice. What do you think that practice is going to be like today?
It'll be a lot of that these next couple days. You know, we got a little time before we play our next game against UConn. So today will definitely be, you know, one of those tough practices. So it should be interesting.
And since they've played you, they've averaged 50% almost from the field, shooting-wise. So obviously very important to start closing out and playing really good defense, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, everybody gets better throughout the season, and you know, seeing them a couple games on TV, you can tell they're really starting to try to buy in, and their big guys are definitely rebounding well.
You're still leading the conference. Still have 23 wins. Like, where do you think you are in terms of reaching your goals? Everything's still within reach, right?
You know, we got to win. You know, at this point, we just have to win. You know, control our destiny right now. You know, everyone is, you know, still going to gun for us, you know, to try to get in the tournament. And that's one of those things where we got to just lock in and be the Bearcats. We got 3 or 4 more regular season games, conference games, and we just have to control our destiny right now.
But that's a good position to be in.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's pressure, but it's good pressure because, you know, you got a bunch of guys that have been, you know, on the team for a while that understands that, you know, this back stretch where every game matters and everyone's still trying to give their last punch.